your astrologer, Wonder Girl, taking you to new heights. Here is your weekly forecast for the week of Monday, July 31st to Monday, August 7th. Now, a few things before we get started. First of all, this is my general forecast for all signs. Okay, this is for all of us, no matter what sign you are. I think, I know that the astrology hits us all differently, okay, depending upon what sign you are in some way, but there also is a very common component to us all that we all experience, okay, on this earth as humans, and that's kind of what I want to talk about right now. It's not like how different our hair color is and our eyes and our skin tone and things like that, but about the fact that we all have hands and arms and we're all breathing, okay, and to kind of go into some of the things that are common for all of us, and I think it helps to see a different perspective and to think about our lives in different ways to understand where things are and where things are going, okay? So that's what this is about. On top of that, I want to let you know I've got some cool things planned. I ordered some new backdrops for my page, so you won't see this kind of annoying, like weird pinkish brown one anymore, but I got like some cool bricks coming, some red brick, some white brick, a map, to hopefully kind of mix it up a little bit and try something new and different and make my videos just more exciting. All right, so that's what we've got going on there. That's gonna happen. Now, to go into the astrology. All right, this week is kind of interesting. The reason why I think it's interesting is because I look at the astrology for this week. I look at what's happening. I don't see any of the fast-moving planets really making that many big aspects or really making any, just they're not really doing much. Okay, that is a weird thing. It's a weird thing to me because the fast-moving planets rule our daily life to me, our daily existence, the things that happen externally in our life that make one day different from the next day. Okay, when they're not doing much, it's kind of like all the days kind of run together and are like kind of the same in like a really weird way. Okay, so I think that's a strange thing about what's happening, is that all of that's not going on. On top of that, we're building up to a major astrological event. We're building up to a lunar eclipse on next Monday, okay, coming in. So even though there's not much going on this week with some of the slow or some of the fast moving planets externally in our daily life, I think we feel there's something big that's coming, some big change, some big endings, okay, because lunar eclipses bring major changes, redirections of our life in a new direction that we need to go in, and they also bring major endings, and I think we feel these things are coming, they're building, but maybe they aren't here yet in some way, or maybe we still haven't figured out how to deal with them. So that makes this week interesting, you know, either we're anxious about changes to come, or the changes are actually happening in life, we're redirecting our lives in different directions and things are going on that are making this week different that we have to deal with. On top of that, we still have Jupiter and Libra squaring Pluto and Capricorn happening behind the scenes, since both of those are a little bit slower moving in some way, also really like encouraging us to think about our life from a broader perspective, from a bigger perspective, to think about where life is going and what's happening and to make sense of it all, some things that are uncomfortable with our lives and to help us move in the right direction. So I think this week we got a lot of big things going on, a lot of heavy stuff about our life direction and about what's happening there, a lot of anxious feelings that may just be a little strange in some way, okay, going on. I don't think it will be bad though. At least not for my fire and my air signs, which are going to have an easier time of it. If you're an earth or a water sign, it may be a little bit more difficult for you to have a go of it here, just because we do have this lunar eclipse happening in Leo and happening in Aquarius, okay, which are air signs, okay, so well, an air and a fire sign. So and air and fire signs don't always get along that well with water and with fire and with earth, so I think there could be some stuff going on there. But I think overall the message of this eclipse is a good one, okay? It's a good one. It's saying that even though there are endings coming into our life, having to end things because lunar eclipse bring endings, it's making a way for something better to come to us, for some new thing to come to us later on. Not only is that because we're going to have a new moon solar eclipse later in the month, which is going to bring new beginnings, but also because this lunar eclipse is in very good aspect to Jupiter. I love it when it's a good aspect to Jupiter, because Jupiter to me is a beautiful planet. It brings good things, it brings good luck, it brings new things to you that are happy and that are better for you, and it helps you to make sense of the old things that are going on in your life to come into new chapters, okay? So I think it's going to be really, really positive for us in the end. Does not mean that everyone's going to have a great lunar eclipse, no, okay? Because that depends not only on your sign and what kind of elements you got going on in your chart, but also a lot of other planets that you have going on as well that I don't know and that I can't see, okay, when I read your chart, all right? And so it's not like everyone's going to have a great lunar eclipse, but I think the message here deep beneath the surface, even if you don't see it, even if you don't feel it, is that we are coming into new chapters that are better for you to help you have new beginnings, and you need to let go of some of this junk that's not working out so that you can move forward into the future and embrace this new thing. And if you're still stuck in the past about something that didn't work out that you wanted to work out, or something that did work out that you don't want to leave, it's going to be really hard for you to get all these good things and these new beginnings that are coming to you, and you need to understand that, okay, is what I'm trying to say, and accept that so you can step into it. Okay, so I think that's what's going on. Now, to get more into the details about this eclipse, about what's ending in your life and what is about to begin, I'm going to take a look at the signs that each of the planets are in. Okay, because a lunar eclipse is where we have the sun and the moon oppose each other at the nodes of the moon. All right, and the lunar eclipse is what is ending. It's where the moon is. The reason why we need to focus on where the moon is because the moon moves faster than the sun. Okay, so the sun's going to be in that spot a little bit longer, but the moon's going to move out of it and it's going to leave. So we need to end that thing where the moon is, and the moon's in Aquarius. So what is ending in our life is some kind of desire to fit in, some kind of desire to be a part of a group, some kind of desire to not rock the boat, you know, in a really blatant way if we don't have to, okay, and some kind of desire even to think about our future and about where our future is going. You know, it's kind of a weird thing to say, stop thinking about your future and stop getting along with people. You know, that's kind of like a weird thing to say, but the message of this eclipse is you need to focus more on yourself, on your heart, and on what you want right now in this moment. Okay, you need to be happy to do that. You need to be out there, put yourself out there, may take some risks, be creative, move forward, okay? The reason why I say that is because the moon in Aquarius, which is the sign of fitting in, is opposing Leo, where the sun is, where we had a major new moon, where we're going to have the solar eclipse later on, and Leo is a sign of the entertainer. Leo puts itself out there in a really, really big way. You know, it's a sign of the celebrity. It's like got everyone's eyes on you, you know, and where you like can't escape the limelight in some way, which can be really uncomfortable for some people. I'm a 12th house sun, so it's like very uncomfortable for me to be in that situation. But the message of this eclipse is you need to put yourself out there. You need people to see you. You need people to see who you are and what's going on, and express yourself and your feelings and move forward. And you need to stop trying to fit in and stop trying to hide in the corner and be the little wallflower, and to really put yourself out there and show people who you are and show people your heart, even if they don't like it, even if they disapprove, even if it's not right, and just be that person, okay? And I think if you be that person, if you put yourself out there in a really big and bold way, it's going to bring a lot more new relationships to you, and it's going to help you make a lot more sense of your life and where it is that you're going, okay? Because this lunar eclipse is going to be in a very good aspect, the sun especially, with Jupiter and Libra, okay? And Jupiter and Libra rules relationships, it rules our minds, it rules things like that, really helping us to come out and to have the people that we want in our lives that truly resonate with our hearts. But we will never find those people if we don't put ourselves out there and let go of some of these other attachments that we have, okay? So that's what's going on there. On top of that, we have Venus just now moving into Cancer, really wanting us to focus on being comfortable and on building more stability in our life, and wanting that really, really badly. So we have more of that kind of feeling coming in. Venus this week is also making a sextile over to Mercury in Virgo. So I think we're starting to think about the details and the nitty-gritty and how we can build more of this stability into our lives in a very dedicated way, to think about all the nuts and bolts of our life and what it is that we need to do to build that, while we have all these crazy endings and changes and redirections going on and things we need to focus on. So that's another thing that's happening. On top of that, Uranus is going retrograde this week, and where Uranus is going retrograde really means that we're no longer going to sit, we're no longer going to take the back seat, we're no longer going to wait for things to happen. We're going to start to turn on, to want to gain our independence, to move forward, to make some of these big changes that we need in life, and do the things that we need to do, and to break free from some of the things holding us back. Okay, so while these things are happening, I think we've got a lot of motivation to move forward. We've got a lot of motivation to build something in our life that is stable, that can last, that we really need to focus on here at this lunar eclipse that's happening, okay? So I think that's what's going on with everything there. I think we're still gonna have to be patient with some things, especially when it comes to relationships and being happy with some of the ways that our life is changing and with this new beginning. And when it comes to showing our hearts, it may feel a little bit uncomfortable for us still, maybe feeling like it's upsetting our security taking us a little bit off balance, but I think that's kind of just in your head. It's going to fall into place eventually if you can get over some of these uncomfortable feelings, okay? I think we need to understand that. I think there also need to be patient as well with some places our life is going in and make sense of our life, and there that we also need to wait for. And then of course we have the Pluto and Jupiter square still going on as well, where we're really kind of working overtime to stop having our life be so crazy and stop having our life change so much that we really can move it in a direction that is right and that is better for us. And I think we're trying to make sense of things that's happening this week. I think we have more motivation to make sense of things, to move in the direction that we want to move in, and to make things happen for us that we've been wanting to make happen. I think the key here is you just got to let go of things that aren't working out for you. Let go of things that aren't happening. Don't force things to come to you that aren't coming to you, and go into this new direction, because when you go into this new direction, it's going to be easier for you to find the answers you want to find, to make sense of things you need to make sense of, and you just need to stop holding on so tight, okay? That's all I got for you there. Now, your card for the week is actually a really good one. It is the Queen of Wands reversed, okay? So what this means to me is you want to show yourself. This is a card of the celebrity, like Leo. You want to put yourself out there. You want to be out and about. You want to sit on your throne and you want to make people laugh, and you want to laugh, and you want to be happy, and you want everyone to be comfortable. I think it's a good thing. When it's reversed, it indicates you're having problems being happy. You're having problems showing your heart, putting yourself out there, doing these things that you want to do to put yourself in the spotlight. And I think the message of this week is, why? Why? What's stopping you from doing that? What's stopping you from putting yourself out there, from showing your heart, from letting people see what you really are? What is stopping you, and how can you get over that? And what can you do to be more comfortable with putting yourself out there in some way, so that you don't hold your back from accomplishing these good things that are made for you, that are meant for you, and that are eventually going to come to you, okay? So that's all I have for you this week. Sorry if I was a little intense. I know I got a little chatty. I've been doing that lately. But I hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. I hope you liked it. If you like it on Facebook, please, or if you like it, please like it on Facebook, please like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.